I don't use the microphone unless it's serious. Hello there guys, it's Joel here, aka Gallucks, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I create content here on YouTube and over on TikTok and Instagram about fashion, my own personal style, outfits and stuff. And I was doing my Q&A. I do a weekly Q&A over on Instagram, and I think about 100 of the questions today were like, what do you think about the Balenciaga scandal? So I gave my honest, well-informed opinion compared to a lot of people's ill-informed opinions. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to make a YouTube video about it because I feel like it, obviously, I am a huge fan and have been a huge fan of Balenciaga and Demna since he started Vetements, and then carried that through to Balenciaga as well. And what has transpired over the past couple of weeks is absolutely ridiculous and fully blown out of proportion. And I'm gonna go in depth and give you a timeline of things and what's happened from my perspective. And yeah, I just thought it would be an interesting video. And considering about 90% of the replies on my Instagram stories today have agreed with me, I think this information could be useful because the information is very skewed. The information that's in the news is very skewed. There's a lot of misinformation. The sources of information are very concerning. And I don't think a lot of people are aware the sources of the information. So yeah, I will say this beforehand. If I did think that Balenciaga were involved in any form of abuse or philia, I would not be supporting them at all. So I completely 100% do not believe that is true. So I'm just putting that out there from the beginning. And also a bit of a disclaimer as well. I think I'm going to have to be careful of what words I actually include in this video for YouTube because I think the whole area of stuff to do with children is very sensitive. So timeline. In terms of what content Balenciaga put out, Balenciaga and Adidas released their highly anticipated collection. I made videos about it here on my YouTube channel. And the campaign was released. It's basically a lot of models inside offices doing regular jobs and stuff like that, but dressed in head-to-toe Adidas and Balenciaga. That came out. That happened. No one said a word, but it's obviously something that we'll go back to in a bit. The next campaign that came out was the gift holiday campaign. Now, it's important to note that this campaign was also out for about 1 week before anyone was saying anything. So the Christmas gift shop campaign was shot by a photographer whose name is, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Gabriele Galimberti. And they do a series of photography. A piece of work that Gabriele does is called Toy Stories, and it's basically pictures of children with their toys all laid out in front of them in their house. And that's it. That is the art. That is the piece of art. It's about documenting what toys children have in different countries. And it's, he's done it all over the world. And that was, I guess, the inspiration for the Balenciaga campaign and why they worked with this particular photographer. So the whole concept is kids with their toys, which is completely fine. That's extremely, extremely normal. So as you can see from the Balenciaga gift campaign, we see the children with the gift shop products, which range from lunch boxes to cups to blankets to dog bowls and stuff like that. Just little things you can buy for Christmas for your house from Balenciaga. That's it. Like I said, that had been out for about a week and no one literally raised any eyebrows. Then a tweet surfaces from a YouTuber whose name is Natty Denise. Natty Denise is a YouTuber who makes videos about conspiracy theories and celebrity gossip drama. She literally made a video about Katy Perry's eye. And then she also makes videos about the Illuminati and artists that are working with satanic things and rituals and stuff like that. So she is a conspiracy theorist. I'm just going to put that out there. Saying the brand Balenciaga just did an interesting photo shoot for their new products recently, which included a very purposely poorly hidden court document about virtual PORN. And then it included This is what gets me as well. It includes 2 images from completely different photo shoots. So here we have the picture from the kids photo shoot with the gift shop campaign, and then also including pictures of the Balenciaga Adidas campaign. So they're 2 completely separate photo shoots. One contains no children, one contains children. But what they're doing is they're blending the 2 photo shoots and saying they're from the same thing. They're saying that the court documents in the Adidas Balenciaga campaign are in the same pictures as the kids' photo shoot, which they are not. And that's still a fact that's put around on loads of news articles to this day. They're like, oh, the kids campaign with these court documents in. And it's like, actually, they're 2 completely separate campaigns. You actually zoom in on the Balenciaga Adidas handbag shot with the papers. It's very, very blurred out. And it's illegible to that point. And also, the original source citing the similarities between the 2 is saying it can't quite make out what it is about. So already, to me, it's about nothing. It's literally nothing. The teddy bears, to me, resemble goths and punks. They're literally wearing like leather straps with studs or like a mesh top and stuff like that. We see crazier things in outfits in Marvel movies, in Disney movies, in everything to do with kids. There's crazy outfits, and there's even sexualized superheroes and stuff like that. These teddy bears are literally nothing to like go crazy about. Since that was highlighted, I think loads of then TikTokers started to like jump on the trend of like reporting it, and then even Fox News picked it up. I want to play you the clip from Fox News because it is so funny. It's actually hilarious the way that this guy jumps to conclusions. So I'm going to put it on now.
The latest ad for the clothing brand Balenciaga. This was just uploaded on Instagram. As you can see, the photo shoot they're using to sell their products features a young girl holding a teddy bear in a bondage outfit. Then, in case you missed the point, the photo shoot also contains this image. It shows several documents. Most of them aren't visible, but what you can see when you zoom in, and of course the point is that you see it, is a reference to a U.S. Supreme Court case called Ashcroft versus Free Speech Coalition. That case struck down a law against kiddie porn. What is this? Well, it is what it appears to be. It's an endorsement of kiddie porn, of child pornography. What else could it be? We wanted to know.
How did he get from a little corner of paper and a kid holding a teddy bear to the words kid? Honestly, the projection is unreal. It's actually so disturbing how I would have never in a million years seen those 2 things and thought, oh, child abuse, oh, sexual stuff to do with kids. Like 2 and 2 does not make 10. This news channel is so insane. They're literally the same news channel that told people that drag queens are dangerous, and it's the extremism from this news channel is literally insane, and it's now filtered out into TikTok, Instagram, all places like this, and like literally seeping into people's minds. They see the word Balenciaga and they instantly think, oh, child. It's like, no, that's not what this was. I don't. And to people that message me about it and they're like, oh, you shouldn't be supporting this brand, they're involved in child porn and stuff like this, and it's like, where none of this is proof to that whatsoever. It's 2 unfortunate timings to do with different photo shoots. One of them is about a holiday campaign to promote gift products, and it's in the style of a photographer that shoots with children and their toys, and that was literally it. The teddy bears are not sexual. They're not putting these children in danger. The parents of these children signed a release form to let their kids do this shoot. And when I saw the campaign, when all my friends saw the campaign, we were like, oh, that's so cute. None of us jumped in our heads to sexual things to do with children, because it's not that. And it's a reach. It is a huge reach. And it's a horrible accusation to make. And it leaps literally from nowhere. This guy, Tucker Carlson, is literally on the news discussing these 2 completely separate photo shoots that have nothing to do with each other. One is an illegible piece of documents under a Balenciaga handbag, and the other is a child holding a teddy bear. And he's like, it's child porn. They're abusing children. And it's like, are you an idiot? Are you literally an idiot? I feel like I'm watching an SNL skit right now. that is the moment I knew. And it reminded me of this very, very iconic moment.
Even if the M was not the issue, you cannot deny that that is a cross. And what is witchcraft? When the cross goes upside down, bottoms up, and the devil laughs.
They're coming to these conspiracy conclusions from a mere suggestion of a rumor. It's not even like a legitimate thing. I bet you talk to anyone on that photo shoot or anyone to do like the parents of those children, and they will 100% agree with me that it was never intended to be like that. And it's been interpreted in a very strange way by Republican extremist Americans and then put on Fox News. So this was very early last week. Probably on the Monday, I think like 7 days ago now. Yeah. So I've kind of been watching it unravel from there. So Natty Denise, conspiracy YouTuber, popularizes rumor, combines two photo shoots from Balenciaga and claims that they're one. So people now think that the papers on the desk are also inside the gift shop campaign, which they're not. The Fox News, which reminded me of Bottoms Up and The Devil Laughs. So then it starts seeping into popular culture, I guess. Like TikTokers are like, oh, this is Balenciaga scandal, I can get some views from this. So they start making videos about that. And then Instagram reels and stuff like this start appearing. And then news articles in places like the Daily Mail and stuff like that are all reporting on this potential scandal to do with children. So at this point, I mean, Balenciaga is a huge company. They're part of Kering, who also own Gucci. There's thousands of people employed by this company. There is a head office. There's a HR team. There is a PR team. They're not like 5 guys in a basement summoning a devil, which is what some people now think, which is so funny to me because it's like you have no brain cells and no understanding of corporate culture or anything like that. It's like, no, like this is a reach, honestly. So yeah, TikTok and widespread rumors begin. And then Balenciaga issue an apology. When it gets to a point like this, if it's in like headlines and stuff like this, they are going to be forced to say something. Also, one thing to note, a lot of people are like, they removed all the pictures. It's like every time Balenciaga brings out a campaign, a few days later, they remove it. Every time. It's not a new thing for them. Their Instagram is usually empty and they release a campaign so people see it and then they take it away. Like the campaign with Kim for winter in the like thunderstorms, they release it, they post it, they archive it. That's just the way that they operate. So the Adidas Balenciaga campaign came out, they removed it. The gift shop campaign came out, they removed it because they were releasing a new campaign for their Spring 23 collection. So Balenciaga released an apology, 2 separate apologies. I think this was to highlight that they are 2 separate photo shoots. So the first one, we sincerely apologize for any offense our holiday campaign may have caused. Our plush bear bag should not have been featured with children in this campaign. We have immediately removed the campaign from all platforms. Cool. Done. Fair. I feel like if they hadn't included the bears in the campaign, no one would have had a problem with anything. But because the bears are leaning more towards like punk rock aesthetics, people are like, no, they shouldn't be with children. It's like, okay. The next apology was for the Adidas Balenciaga shoot. So we apologize for displaying unsettling documents in our campaign. We take this matter very seriously and are taking legal action against the parties responsible for creating the set and including unapproved items for our Spring 23 campaign photo shoot. We strongly condemn the abuse of children in any form. We stand for children's safety and well-being. They're actually suing the production company that helped put that shoot together. So I've included a link down below to a website called The Fashion Law. As a result of the defendant's misconduct, Balenciaga alleges that the members of the public, including the news media, have falsely and horrifically associated Balenciaga with repulsive and deeply disturbing subject of the court decision. And as a result, the defendants are liable to Balenciaga for all harm resulting from this false association, includes monetary damages of no less than $25 million. Balenciaga are now suing the production company that included those documents, whether they were put there on purpose or not. Whether it was some intern that just had to Google like, oh, we need important documents to put into this for this office set, like, and then just was like, important things, print. That literally could have been it. That literally could have been it. Or the people that work for this production company in their minds wanted to plant something inside this Balenciaga shoe that they then could pull them up on. I don't know. But either way, Balenciaga is suing them for $25 million. And to me, that isn't them sitting back and just accepting of what is happening. They are pissed. They are annoyed. If you're a giant corporation, you do not want people thinking this. Like, why would they want people to think this? Why would they willingly include those documents inside their photo shoot? It just doesn't make sense. And why would they then sue a company for $25 million if it was all meant to be there? Honestly, if you think that Balenciaga is involved in the child abuse circles of the Illuminati, that is your decision to make. But at the moment, I don't think they are. I think the kids with the bags is just a bit of an oversight. It's like when you're working with children, you should be extremely critical in thinking of like what is included in the images and what people might think or interpret in that way. But obviously no one anticipated that people looking at the children's gift holiday campaign and holding these teddy bears, which are really cute and fun from the Summer 23 show, would immediately jump to child. Like, regular people don't think that. It's very, very sick and twisted how people like that news guy jumped to that conclusion from nowhere. Like, it says more about him and it says more about these people than it does to actually the campaign itself, because it takes a certain kind of person to think about these things. So another thing that I want to talk about that people have said to me a lot as well, they're like, oh, where is the same energy that you had for Kanye West compared to Balenciaga? Because Kanye West has basically been cancelled from everything. And obviously people are comparing the Balenciaga scandal to the Kanye West scandal, which makes no sense at all. Because I feel like the major difference between the Kanye West scandal and the Balenciaga thing is intent. Kanye West intended to single out different groups of people, races, religions. Kanye West did was he knew what he was doing and he wanted to do it. He was spewing anti-Semitism. He was saying that BLM was a scam. He was tearing down people within the fashion industry, making fun, bullying people on Instagram stories. He was doing all these things on purpose and he was unashamed to say it. That is the difference in what's happened to Kanye being cancelled and then this whole Balenciaga thing. The Balenciaga thing is just a series of unfortunate events and a lot of overreactions and blowing things out of proportion from Fox News and stuff like that. That's completely different to what's gone on with Kanye West. Kanye West has malicious intent. So one thing that I think is important, that when you search Balenciaga in Twitter at the moment, the kinds of people that are speaking about this and getting lots of retweets and people are getting their information from are people like Candace Owens, who is really good friends with Kanye West. And I wonder why Kanye West would want to take Balenciaga down. I wonder why he would want to like push this narrative, and all of his friends would too. We then have people like Andew Tate. Andew Tate is a succubus of the earth. He is a disgrace to mankind. He puts a bad name on men. He literally got removed from all social media platforms because of the way that he thinks. That's an asshole. And he is now spewing stuff about Balenciaga as well, which is completely untrue. And it's just like, if you are thinking along the lines of these people, if you're thinking the same thoughts of these people, then I feel like there's no coming back for you, because these people are literally the villains of the earth and they are spewing this like gross narrative to do with children and child abuse and stuff like that. And it's like, how did you get there from these two photo shoots? Like, please tell me, because your mind is messed up. It's so gross to be able to get to that conclusion from these little mistakes within two photo shoots. We then have people, just for example, when you search like Balenciaga on Twitter, there's a tweet from this woman, Leia Halpern. She said, anyone wearing Balenciaga from this point onwards is endorsing child pornography and should be cancelled. Her other tweets read like this: the greatest threat to humanity is the satanic woke agenda. The reality is Elon Musk is the greatest thing that's happened to free speech in the last decade. That's the kind of thing she's saying. So yeah, Blair White said, if Balenciaga did something that offended the LGBT community, every celebrity would have cut ties instantly. They promoted child. Nearly every celebrity is silent. Really makes you think, huh? This has 35,000 likes. That's 35,000 stupid people. Can you believe Balenciaga didn't do a thing to any children? Nothing bad has happened to any children. No children were harmed in the making of that photo shoot. What is wrong with people? Honestly, it's like they don't have a brain. Bottoms up, and the devil laughs. So, in conclusion, I think far right Twitter has overreacted massively. I think Fox News has added a giant, big stir to the pot. I think everyone is caught up in this hysteria and really, actually, unashamedly throwing around the accusations of child abuse, which is very, very serious and very disgusting that they'd even come to that conclusion from this. So, I don't know. It's just like, it's really messy. And it's really hard to reason with people who don't have common sense. And it's really hard to like have a proper discussion with someone because they're like, oh, but the papers and the teddy bear, that must mean they're abusing children. And it's like so over this. If you watched this video in its entirety, thank you so much. If you didn't and you're leaving comments, I'll know because it's very evident if someone didn't watch this video or if you didn't understand the video, that's fine too. Like, it is what it is. I will still be wearing Balenciaga. I don't think they've done anything wrong. I think there's a lot of misinformation and I think that a lot of people are stupid. So, yeah. That's the end. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. If you didn't, bye.